Okay, so if I'm looking at this information here, I'm basically going to do this mixture of ovoids. I'm going to get this leg in here as an ovoid.
Okay.
So I have the about the angle of this ovoid's doing this. I'm grabbing something that I can really see very easily and tangibly. You know, I can see this ovoid. It's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Something less straightforward is this ovoid for this hip. So I'm basically going to go up here, my eye's doing like a dot, 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 comes down here, seeing through it. Yeah, so basically I'm looking at this whole hip shape up there, and I'm caressing this hip shape with my instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to add another ovoid for this leg, which kind of overlaps a little bit, actually underlaps, this is a tricky area. This is actually a very tricky area. It's overlapping here, but then this leg overlaps here. Pretty fantastic, actually, all in one little place. So I have ovoid, ovoid, ovoid. And I'm going to get to this area in the knee. This is where the squarish business is going to come into play, because now I can actually get this knee conception in there. And it's some kind of box shape. If I really had to just throw it in quick and dirty, box, 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 box. Then I can put in this lower leg as an ovoid, throw in this guy as an ovoid, and I'm getting the approximate angle, I'm getting, you know, the shape of that thing, angle a little bit. Then I can throw in some straight lines again down here for our, what's gonna basically be the tibia, fibula to the parts of the leg down here. Throw this in here. If I get a little curve in the middle, I'm going to use that. But then we're building this little scaffolding, and I'm looking for ways that I can throw in a curve for the toe, and then an angle, curve for the toes, and then straight angle. But basically, I'm combining the two in that fashion, so I can use both. And now I'm combining the ovoid with the squares, ovoid with the squares. So you're constantly looking for that interaction between the two. If I were to go back up, I would do this on the hips. I would look for the square-ish lines in the hips, and I'm like, well, that's great. This squares off a little bit there. This squares off a little bit there, and I have a soft roll.
Okay.
All right. So now I'm combining the two. There's not a perfect formula, but generally speaking, you're looking for bony landmarks are going to give you squaredness, and then this isn't bony, but it gives you a nice clean straight line. Usually the hips have this where this meets here. I can get straighter lines out of that. But then up here I can go back to this soft roll for the thigh, and it, you know, it's not finished, but it makes sense because it's soft. And then down here our tendons and our bones are all crammed into this little train station down here on the kneecap. So we're gonna have sharp overlappings. This fatty pad of the knee, soft.
Back to ovoids.
Yeah, but then it gets a sharp, the tuberosity at the tibia. We get this overlapping with the crescent. Then up here it softens up again. So it's constant sharp and soft, sharp and soft.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes for a nice figure because now we have muscle and bone. Soft and sensuous with hard and crispy.